I'm your host, Jeff Zahrt. We're going to take you behind the scenes with the craft distillers who are pouring their heart and soul into crafting the next version of America's spirit. This is the Great American Whiskey Cookers.
Welcome to this tasting edition of the Great American Whiskey Cookers. We're here in Riverside, Illinois at Quincy Street Distillery, and we're tasting through the expressions that Derric and Cody have put together. Now we're going to try, it looks like, your 7-year-old whiskey.
Yeah, so this is our oldest bourbon. It's again Laughton Brothers. It's the same sequence. It's the same juice going into the barrel. It's the same barrels. The only difference is now we've let the barrel age till it was 7 years old. We actually tried it at a 5-year-old. The whiskey had closed up. It was no longer drinkable. This sometimes happens to a whiskey as you age it, just like it can happen to a bottle of red wine when you age it. And so you wait, and you hope it comes back. Right, exactly. Luckily, it came back in the 6th year. It was drinkable, but we actually decided to wait till the 7th year. And that did something else for us. It got us to be able to claim we were making the oldest bourbon in the state, because as far as we know, that's the oldest bourbon in the state.
Okay.
So we're the tiniest little distillery, but we're making many of the oldest whiskeys in the state.
Fantastic.
So this is 7-year-old Laughton Brothers, and the main thing we're going to do is we're going to taste more oak.
Because it's been sitting in the barrel for much longer.
For 7 years. 7 years is about the top of what they would have done in the 19th century.
Okay.
7 or 8 years. In fact, the bottle and bond couldn't be more than 8 years old originally. Today, there's no upper limit.
Right. Yeah, this has got a lot. The nose on this is so much like a typical bourbon, and I get that oak. I'm getting some ethanol out of it.
Yeah.
It's got that creaminess on the palate.
Yeah, it's got...
I get the caramel.
It's even starting to get a little bit of spice, but it's wood spice.
Yep. Yeah, the oak. I can pick up the oak from it.
Is there?
There's just a hint of butterscotch for me on this one.
Yeah, I can see that. This is too high a proof for me to drink like this.
What's the proof on this one?
100, because it's a bottled and bond. Most people don't realize that we don't bottle at higher proofs because we want you to drink there. Traditionally, whiskeys are drunk at much lower proofs than people drink today. I don't know what that's about, particularly Americans.
Right.
Typically, you wouldn't drink anything anywhere near this proof. I like this done at about 90, 91 proof.
Yeah,
that's a personal preference.
Right. And I like this at this 100 proof. This shows well for me at this 100 proof. It's got a really good feel, and the finish on this one is longer for me.
I mean,
it's probably the longest finish so far.
But it's alcoholic, and if I knock it down to about 90, I can sit and sip this comfortably. It's a very easy to drink. This is a little more challenging at 100. I think there are a lot of whiskey drinkers today, aficionados in particular, who look for that challenge. They want that. They want the higher aromaticity at a higher proof.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the things I do is when we teach people about how to drink whiskeys for the first time, we say, hey, take a high proof whiskey, you pour 2 ounces, take a sip, you add a teaspoon of water. Each teaspoon of water drops you 1 degree of proof. Taste it again. You'll find out what proof you prefer to drink it at. And you can actually enjoy both those experiences in your glass. You can pour it high proof, drink a little high proof, and then add a little water and drink again. Of course, if you add ice, you're doing that anyway as it melts.
Right.
So, although ice, I think is a little problematic because you drop your aromatics.
Yeah.
So, you have to find out what you like. In the end, what you like is what matters.
That's exactly the point. What you like is what really matters. Whether we do the 4-month-old or the 2-year or the 3-year.
All we're trying to do is give you something different than what you're regularly used to.
Right.
And that's basically
This is fantastic. Hey, if you're ever here in Riverside, right next to Chicago, swing into Quincy Street Distillery and give these guys a try. I think you won't regret it. Until next time, can't be good? Be good at it. See ya.
I'm over-degreed, as they said.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a biophysics undergrad, I have a history undergrad, I have masters in physics and material science, I have a PhD in physics, and now I make booze.
Hey, whiskey's all about sitting around, enjoying it with your friends and sharing it, which is what we're doing here. Join our Patreon page, and you never know, you might get invited out here to have some whiskey, play some games, and just have a good time. When you do join our Patreon site, you'll get access to exclusive content and some behind-the-scenes footage. Until next time, if you can't be good at it. See ya.
If you make it in the drink, what is that game, or is that like you lose? With this stuff,
Dad, have
it's
you tried
probably
this?
you lose.
No.
Come here and try this.